Hello and welcome to CVR News Network, and you're watching CVR English, and welcome to the special bulletin which giving you update about the Tirupati Laddu case. We would like to tell to our viewers that the Tirupati Laddu case hearing is going on in the Supreme Court, and as we all know that Tirupati Laddu controversy has started when the lab report from Gujarat, NDDB, has come saying that the laddu ghee that was used has the animal fat. And this has created a huge ruckus in the national politics, saying that this is an attack on the crores of the devotees. Later on, the SIT was formed by the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, and the leader of opposition, Jagan Mohan Reddy, has come into his defense, saying that his government is not at all fault. And few days back, we have also seen that Jagan Mohan Reddy planned to go to Tirumala, saying that he will oath that he is completely innocent in this regard. And on the other hand, but later on, when the BJP cadre and the TDP cadre has reached Tirumala before the arrival of Jagan Mohan Reddy, he has cancelled his trip. Meanwhile, all this particular drama is continuing in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Prominent BJP leader Subramanya Swamy has filed the PIL in Supreme Court, saying that this is a sensitive matter and whether the ghee which contained the animal fat is literally used in the Tirupati Laddu or was it sent back, because the initial report has come into the media that the containers that were doubtful were sent back, and only the containers after the initial testing are sent to the kitchen. So with this, the political turmoil has political war of words has started, and finally Subramanya Swamy, the prominent BJP leader, has filed an PIL in the Supreme Court. And apart from Subramanya Swamy, two other PILs from one of the leading channel chairman has also filed, and former TTD chairman YV Subba Reddy, on whom all the fingers have or crossed that he is the person who is responsible for all this controversy in Tirumala, he has also filed a PIL in the Supreme Court, and several other PILs have also filed in this regard, and those cases initial hearing has already started at 1 o'clock, which is few minutes back. And in this, Advocate Rajashekar Rao, who is representing Subramanya Swamy, has claimed that this particular matters needs supervision. The Supreme Court has started this particular hearing, saying that hopefully we will not be eating laddus during the lunchtime. It's on the lighter note the Supreme Court hearing has started, but later on the serious matter has started discussing that Rajashekara Rao, who is representing Subramanya Swamy, has started his argument that this particular matter is a sensitive, and as Subramanya Swamy filed the PIL, he said that this particular matter shouldn't have come to media because it is the matter of faith of crores of devotees. Subramanya Swamy has questioned that how come this sensitive matter has come to the media without proper investigation and without proper final outcome, and has also said that does this particular matter is completely valid or not, as there is an ambiguity saying that whether the containers which are doubtful were really used in preparing the ghee or not. Rajshekhar Rao, who is representing Subramania Swamy, says that the matter needs supervision. Calling himself a devotee, senior advocate Rajshekhar Rao, who is representing Subramania Swamy, said this is the matter of concern too. The statement made in the press about the contamination has far-reaching the implications and can raise the whole lot of other issues and disrupt communal harmony. Dr. Swamy's case is it was later pointed out that the ghee was never used. To what extent, therefore, should the state intervention then be permitted in this? And material in public domain displays that the ghee was not used and returned from Tirumala. Because of the matter and its sensitivity, it needs supervision because of the statements made. Did they have credible basis to make that? Then what is the process of the TTD adopts? Asked by advocate who is representing Dr. Subramania Swamy. He further added that if there is a question mark on the DT's prasadam, that it has to be examined. Now with that statement made, can they have a free and fair inquiry? Somebody has to answer on the formulations of the statement because ex facie the CM1 is negated. Bar and bench reported him as saying Tirupati Laddu case, saying that whether the actual ghee which was doubtful whether it is used or not, and if not used, then why this entire issue has leaked to the media? Questioned by advocate who is representing Subramania Swamy. The Supreme Court is hearing the cases that the PILs filed by Dr. Subramanya Swamy, the prominent BJP person, and also the former TTD chairman YV Subbareddy, and also from a media channel regarding the sanity issues of the Tirupati Laddu, which created a ruckus in the politics of Andhra Pradesh and also the entire India. We would like to reiterate that Supreme Court has started hearing all the PILs that were formed, but predominantly Subramanya Swamy PILs, who is actually against the Andhra Pradesh government, is come into hearing. Advocate Rajashekar Rao on behalf of Subramanya Swamy is arguing that whether the containers that were doubtful are used, whether the ghee from the containers which are doubtful are used in the making of the Tirupati Laddu so far or not, because one of the report has said that this particular ghee that was in the containers which are doubtful are sent back, but later another report has come where they are already used, and the Samprakshana, which is the purification ceremony, also done in the Tirumala temple. If we check out the live updates of the Supreme Court asked the SIT. Chandrababu Naidu, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, has appointed SIT, Special Investigation Team, in this regard. And the Supreme Court has asked SIT appointed to look into the Tirupati Laddu row, not to proceed with the probe, and hints that the investigation be handed over to the center reappointed SIT. The Supreme Court pulled up Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister for making statement on Tirupati Laddu law when it was not confirmed that adulterated ghee was used for the making prasadas. This is a very important comment that was given on the Andhra Pradesh government. And another thing, previously about the Supreme Court investigation and the formation of the SIT, when Andhra Pradesh advocate was saying that when the SIT is already found, why this particular PIL is submitted, and regarding that the Supreme Court said that you ordered an SIT till the outcome. What is the necessity to go to the press? You have been always appearing as such, and this is the second time. When you hold a constitutional office, it is expected that you would. We expect gods to be kept away from the polity. Justice Gawai asked, unless you are sure, how did you go public with that? What was the purpose of the investigation? Question Justice Vishwanathan. Justice Gawai and Justice Vishwanathan are the bench which are hearing the Tirupati Laddu case. And Advocate Rohtagi, who is representing the state, says that these petitions are not bona fide but only to attack the personal government. Kindly note that Advocate Rajashekar Rao is representing the Subramanya Swamy, whereas Advocate Rohtagi is representing the state government. And after Rohtagi claimed that what is the need for the incomplete investigation, without the complete investigation, why this particular case has gone to the media, why it has made public, Advocate Rohtagi, who is representing the state, said that these petitions are not bona fide but only to attack the present government. Dr. Swamy shows clearly, I have appointed SIT, said Rohtagi, appearing for Andhra Pradesh state government. And this particular case live is going on in the Supreme Court, and before that the very much heated discussion is going on regarding the Supreme Court Laddu row. And Supreme Court has also said that the SIT has to submit the report to the center reappointed SIT, which is a very important point so far that has happened in the hearing of the Supreme Court. I would like to read this particular comment again, that the Supreme Court asked SIT appointed to look into Tirupati Laddu row, not to proceed with the probe, and hints that the investigation be handed over to the center reappointed SIT. The Supreme Court pulled up Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister for making statement on Tirupati Laddu row when it was not confirmed that adulterated ghee was used for making prasad. And also the advocate who is representing the state government has said that the petitions, all the PILs that were submitted in the Supreme Court are not bona fide. He mentioned clearly an important word, saying that these petitions are not bona fide but only to attack the present government. And because the SIT is already appointed, why all these PILs are formed? And he said that these are not the bona fide PILs. So hearing is going on right now, and we will be giving you the updates regarding it. Supreme Court has used a very sensitive statement that we expect gods to be kept away from politics. Important line that was used by Supreme Court, that we expect gods to be kept away from politics.
లడ్డు ధర ₹2 ఉండేది. లడ్డు ప్రసాదాల తయారీకి టీటీడీ ఏటా లడ్డూలు ఎంత గొప్ప వంటవాళ్ళు ఉన్నా వచ్చిన రుచి లో ప్రవేశపెట్టారు. 1803 నుంచి అలనాటి మద్రాస్ ప్రభుత్వం ప్రత్యేకంగా
And the heated discussion is going on at present in the Supreme Court regarding the Laddu case. As we all know that predominantly 3 PILs has been filed, one by Dr. Subramania Swamy and that by former TTD chairman Y.V. Subbareddy and another by one of the prominent media house. The 3 PILs are, out of these 3 PILs, 2 PILs, that is Subramania Swamy and Y.V. Subbareddy, are the defending to the previous YSRCP government, because the present government is saying that this particular contract of the AR diary is given by the previous government. And AR diary, FSSAI has also issued a notice to the AR diary and also other contracts which AR diary is supplying ghee to other temples predominantly in Tamil Nadu has already suspended. However, this particular case, all the PILs have been filed in the Supreme Court saying that whether this particular containers which are doubtful are sent to the kitchens of the TTD or not, whether this particular ghee is used in making the prasadam or not. So all this particular hearing was stalled, and The advocate Rajashekar, who is representing Subramanya Swamy, said that when the containers were returned back, why this particular point has raised in the media that this particular laddu or the prasadam is adulterated. Kindly note that the entire issue is shown as the prasadam is adulterated, and even Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam has done the Samprakshana or the purification ceremony in the Tirumala temple also. On the other hand, Subramanya Swamy's lawyer is questioning that whether they are used or not. On the other hand, Advocate Rohtagi, who is representing the state of Andhra Pradesh, has questioned that these PILs, when already the special investigation teams are already formed by the government of Andhra Pradesh, what is the use of PIL? That is already which are things, and he used one particular word that they are not bona fide. The PILs that were formed are not bona fide, and these PILs are nothing but attacking the present government of Andhra Pradesh. So the advocate who is representing, Advocate Rohtagi, said that these are nothing but attacking the government. On the other hand, Supreme Court judges little bit said that they have questioned the Andhra Pradesh government that when it is not sure whether the ghee is not, they have said that the special investigation team has to proceed with the report. They have to do the investigation. They have to submit the report to the another center thing. He said that the court said that the controversy is meaningless if adulterated ghee was not used. Listening to the Subramanya Swamy advocate, and they have questioned that when you have ordered an SIT till the outcome, what is the necessity to go to press? This was questioned by one of the judge, Justice Vishwanathan. And on the other hand, Advocate Rohtagi of the state is repeatedly saying that these are not bona fide. And Advocate Rajashekar Rao, calling himself a devotee, who is representing Subramanya Swamy, says that this is definitely a matter of concern, and what exactly is the process of the TTT is following. And the bar and bench, which consists of Justice Gawai and Justice Vishwanath, has questioned the Andhra Pradesh government or what is the process that the TTT is following to go to the press, and this was questioned by Justice Vishwanathan and Justice Gawai. And on the other hand, they have instructed the SIT to submit the report and used a very important sentence that we expect God to be kept away from the politics. So this was the very important line that is used by the Supreme Court. So repeatedly, Advocate Rohtagi is saying that the petitions are not bona fide and only to attack the present government. And finally, Supreme Court has asked Solicitor General Tushar Mehta to assist whether the state appointed SIT. It's a very important line that Supreme Court has asked Solicitor General Tushar Mehta to assist whether the state government appointed SIT should continue with the probe or the investigation should be conducted by an independent agency. And this matter is now scheduled to be heard on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Kindly note that this particular heated discussion has went on between the lawyers of Subramanya Swamy and the lawyers of the state. Predominantly lawyer of Subramanya Swamy, lawyer Advocate Rajashekar, was representing Swamy and asking about the genuinity of the ghee, whether it is used or not, and why to go to the press. And Advocate Rohtagi said that, who is representing the state government, said that this is nothing but the attack of the central government. And finally, Supreme Court has said that he asked Solicitor General Tushar Mehta to assist whether the state run SIT, Special Investigation Team, should be continuing the investigation or not. And this particular next hearing will be on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Kindly note that the next hearing will be at Thursday 3:30 p.m. So finally, the Supreme Court has asked the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta whether the state-appointed special investigation team should continue investigating this particular Laddu controversy or not, or any independent agency should be continuing. Kindly note that the former TTD chairman Y.V. Subba Reddy and the YSRCP has saying that why CBI is not involved in this, and the TDP government is saying that special investigation team is doing their part investigation, and today the special investigation team has already contacted the present EO of Tirumala, and the investigation is also going on at the EO in Tirumala, and the Supreme Court has raised so many points, and heated discussion went on, and finally the case next hearing will be done on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. We will be giving you complete updates regarding the Tirupati Laddu controversy in the Supreme Court hearing. Keep watching CVR News English.